The World Cup isn't won by the best team. It's won by the team that finds a way through the final. And after everything this tournament has thrown at both of them, only two sides are still in it. Spain, the team that makes football look like something they invented. Argentina, the team that simply will not go away no matter what is put in front of them. Two countries, two entirely different answers to the question of how the game should be played, one trophy at the end of it. But this final isn't going to be settled by who controls the ball longer, or who cares about it more. It's going to come down to details that the majority of people watching won't even clock when they happen. One movement at the right time, a pass that ends up a yard too short, a single decision made differently on the touchline. The gap between winning and losing a World Cup final is smaller than it has been at any previous point in either team's tournament. So before the whistle goes, here is what the tactical picture underneath this match actually looks like, and where the genuine edge sits. Begin with Spain, because there is no way to have an honest conversation about how this final resolves without starting there. What Spain do is not difficult to explain. Living with it for 90 minutes is a different matter entirely. They hold the ball. The instant they give it away, they go and get it back. They force the opposition into an entire match of reacting and recovering, while Spain are the ones deciding when things speed up, when they slow down, and everything that follows from controlling both of those things. Across this tournament, Spain have held the ball for more than 65% of every game they have played. That is not something that happened because of a good run of fixtures or a favorable bracket. It is what you get when every player in a squad has been running the same system since they were young enough to be coached, and has been running it long enough that it no longer needs to be called. No instruction from the sideline, no tactical conversation at halftime. The players already know what the next pass is before the ball has arrived at their feet. The player who makes the whole thing function is not the one most of the build-up coverage will spend its time on. Not the forward, not whoever is wearing the armband. The central midfielder who picks the ball up in spaces where a turn should be out of the question, turns anyway, and gets the next pass away before whoever is closing him down has completed the run they started. Spain carry three players capable of doing that at the same time. Three players constructing triangles across the pitch that Argentina would need to simultaneously press from several directions at once to disrupt. Pressing from several directions simultaneously for 90 minutes against a team with this level of comfort on the ball is not a plan that wins football matches. It is a plan that guarantees your squad has nothing left when the game enters its final third. But the possession numbers leave something important out. Argentina have been here before. Not just in the sense that this country has a history of reaching finals. This specific group of players has come up against sides constructed like Spain and found their way through without trying to beat them at their own game. What Argentina have built defensively across this tournament is the part of their run that has received the least attention. Deep defensive block, compact shape, every outfield player in behind the ball while Spain have possession, holding, staying patient. Not because they lack the ability to operate higher up the pitch, because they have made a clear decision that engaging Spain on Spain's preferred terms is not where this match gets won for them. They have given Spain a problem that nobody else in this tournament has set them. A side that has no interest in coming out to engage them. A side prepared to sit in their structure for extended periods and wait for the single moment when Spain's composure slips, a pass played too square, a midfielder's feet an inch too high at the wrong moment, and the space materializes. When the space comes, Argentina are capable of hurting teams in ways that are genuinely hard to prepare a defensive plan for. The center forward who links the play and brings runners off him. The wide players who cover distances in 3 strides that most players need 6 for. The late arrivals from midfield into channels that the Spain back four has not had time to organize against. The threat Argentina carry on the counter when they spring from a deep block is something Spain have not had to defend against at any point in getting here. That is the first tactical contest this final will hinge on. Can Spain dismantle a team with no desire to come and face them, without sacrificing the defensive solidity that has brought them all the way to this point? The second contest is set pieces, and Argentina hold an advantage there that is not being talked about in proportion to how significant it could turn out to be. They have scored from set pieces in every knockout round of this tournament. Not from the delivery the whole stadium is tracking. Not from the ball that goes to the back post that every defensive coach in the world has a specific answer for. From the second phase, the touch on. The runner who sets off 3 seconds after the initial delivery has been dealt with, when the Spain defensive line has registered that the immediate danger has gone and allowed itself a fraction of a second to breathe. Spain are not a poor set-piece defending team, but their set-piece structure relies on a high defensive line. Step quickly, catch the runner offside, compress the ground in front of them fast. Against a team that is not going to attack the first ball that is built around the second contact, that high line is not a defensive tool. It is a gap waiting to be found. One delivery, one runner arriving into the second phase at exactly the right moment. In a World Cup final, that might turn out to be the only goal the match produces. The third contest happens in the first 15 minutes. Both sides know precisely what the other one is going to try to do. Spain want to get hold of the match early, get the tempo where they want it, get Argentina moving backwards before they have had the chance to settle into what they came here to do. Argentina want their shape intact, their discipline intact, and they do not want to give away the early goal that would drag them out of the structure they have built around this run and into a match played at a pace and in a style that suits Spain and nobody else. The team that comes out ahead after the first quarter of an hour does not win the match automatically. But the team that comes out behind, that concedes inside the first 10 minutes, or that gives possession away carelessly and lets Spain find a groove they cannot be shifted out of, that team spends the rest of a World Cup final dealing with a problem they had not prepared for. Momentum at this level is not a metaphor. It is something physical that changes how quickly decisions get made, how much players trust the structure they came in with, and whether the plan on the pitch feels like something solid underneath them or something that has started to give way. What happens in the opening quarter of this match will tell you more about where it ends up than everything either team has done in the rounds that got them here. So who gets over the line? Spain's setup is more polished, more repeatable, harder to find openings in without leaving yourself exposed somewhere else. Argentina's capacity to hold difficult situations and convert a single opportunity into a winning goal is more tested and more proven than anyone in this final. In a tournament where the team that scores first has historically shaped more finals than any tactical system, the real question is not who plays the better football across the 90 minutes. It is who puts the ball in the net first. If Spain score first, Argentina are forced out of everything that has brought them here and into a game being played on terms that belong entirely to Spain. Very few teams come back from that at this level. If Argentina score first, from a set-piece second phase or a counter that breaks in the first half, Spain are carrying the specific weight that comes with chasing a score in a World Cup final. And as the pattern that runs through the history of this specific occasion consistently shows, the side that scores first almost never ends up with the trophy. Which means if Argentina get their goal, the possession, the control, the system Spain have built over this tournament, all of it starts pulling in Argentina's direction rather than Spain's. One moment decides it. One run timed right, one delivery that finds someone in the correct position, one player arriving somewhere the opposition has left uncovered. That is always what it comes down to here. And on the night, Argentina have the players who are most capable of producing that moment from the situation no one in the ground will see coming. Argentina to win. But keep your eyes on it the whole time. Because when it comes, it will not give you time to look back at what you missed. If you think Spain are the stronger side, put it below in the comments. And subscribe. Because however this final goes, we will be back to break down every moment the coverage did not show you properly. New video every single day.